Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the cafe, the courthouse, the combination cafe courthouse. I literally forgot what day of the week it is because that's just what I do. It is Monday. It's March. It's the first Monday of March. That's all I've got. That's all I've really got. I guess there's supposed to be a big old lunar eclipse tonight, or I guess tomorrow morning, depending on where you're at. Supposed to be, if the sky is clear, supposed to be visible starting around 6 a.m. Eastern Time in the US, so 3 a.m. Pacific Time. Though I imagine if you're up with me right now, you're probably not going to be up for that. But last time on Courtroom Ball Z, I'm dropping things. Last time on Courtroom Ball Z, we started and played through the first segment of Mia's very first trial 6 years ago. And I feel like we've only really barely scratched the surface as to what's happened. Let's just dive right into it. This is our client. His name is Terry. Terry Fawles. He escaped from a prison wagon a couple of days before this. And was previously, I guess, convicted of murder? I don't exactly recall. February 16th, blah 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 blah. Oh god, things are happening and I'm missing everything. This is what I get for trying to do it. You just keep chewing on that, buddy. It's okay. Yep, sentenced to death 5 years ago, escaped from custody 2 days ago. And 2 days ago, it's thought that he killed police officer Valerie Hawthorne. She was a key witness against him in the case that happened 5 years ago, which we don't really know that much about. No one's told us yet. I wonder if we can get him to stop chewing on his ball and chain, if he'll tell us about it. And we've got Baby Edgeworth. He's also here. Hello, Bratworth. Also, our judge is painfully Canadian. Okay, he said something. Mia freaked out. Ah! I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up.
Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime, the she in question being this Melissa Foster, who, if you were with us for the very first case of this game, that's not her name. That's not her name. A college student witnessed and photographed the incident on Dusky Bridge.
Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past.
Yeah, you. I assume. You're a big-looking guy. You work out? I think you do. Obstacle?
Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway?
Motive, huh? I mean, that is a good question.
Anyway, we're still badly in need of information.
Information? Right.
What we need most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing.
What is it?
Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. Kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie.
Mr. Fawles, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago.
Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me everything. Bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute.
So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years.
Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute.
It's true. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend. Dahlia Hawthorne.
There it is. Your girlfriend? Huh?
Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne?
Yeah. The victim's last name.
Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister.
Wah.
Are you serious? The girl. Let her go.
Shut up, come closer. And I kill her.
Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Hi, Silver. How you doing? Thanks for popping in to say hi. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it.
Wrong. No protect sister. Valerie betray me. Betray us.
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping too.
A make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel.
Oh.
Good. Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas.
I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
Anything Dahlia says? Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too.
Valerie was in on it?
Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We'd get one jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We send to her dad. Asked for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer cause she knew detective.
Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh?
Yeah, but that woman. That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real, me and Dahlia. I was shot in arm. Dahlia, she jump in river.
Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you?
I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over.
And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence.
I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me.
Well, this isn't looking good for your case, buddy. That man, Terry Fawles, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. Hello, Bugabloom. How you doing? He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below.
These 5 years, all I wonder is, why? 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 Why did she lie? That's all I want to know.
So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself.
Yes, but I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her, just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer come from her mouth, that's all.
So that's why you made a crazy escape like that?
Just one thing, zebra boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Fawles. Where is it?
Huh? Where's what? The diamond, obviously. Come on, Mia, keep up. Pardon me.
Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it?
I don't know.
Huh? You don't know?
No, really, I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia.
With Dahlia?
That day, on the bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone with Dahlia, gone forever. Into Eagle River.
It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. You can come back in now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Fawles, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne?
Never found her, my sweet Dahlia.
They never found her.
Swallowed by river, gone. Dahlia, my teen angel.
Your teen angel? How old was she anyway?
I'm not sure I want the answer to this question.
Just 14.
Oh, 14? Guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. Jesus Christ. I hate it here.
She played the fake kidnapping. It disappears into the river with a rock worth 2 mil. Man, oh man. Angels these days.
Fawles takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a...
It's time, kitten. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now.
You bet. Diamond added to the court record. $2 million gem, used as ransom for Dahlia, lost to Eagle River 5 years ago.
The training wheels come off now, Mia. You gotta strike while the iron's hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it.
That's one of your rules, huh? Okay, I'll make a note of that. I'll write that down. Also, hi desk. February 16th, 1:49 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Fawles. Witness, are you feeling better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
You're a brave young lady.
Not this again.
I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is...
What are you talking about?
My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all.
Are you sure about that?
What possible reason could a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman?
It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer.
Her motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next.
Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive? Yes, of course. I think.
Ha! You're still acting as tame as a kitten. Kitten.
Mr. Armando.
Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets.
Oh, where have I heard that before? I wonder if this is where she learned it from.
Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro.
Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me. May I speak, Mr. Judge?
Of course. Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like.
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady.
Looks like this witness is a real professional.
What do you mean?
Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights right up.
Very well then. Let's hear what the witness has to say. Yeah, what does she have to say? Melissa Foster's history. Okay.
I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer.
Are you sure about that? I'm pressing X to doubt. If what we think is true is true.
Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
Out of the country, eh? Well, do you want her to be in Canada? Do you want her to be familiar with the concept of going to Timmy's and getting a double-double there? Also, I apologize. It must have slipped by me. Hi, Nova. How you doing? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Somehow, I have to tie her to this case. I was out of the country. Never been to Eagle Mountain. Don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Has she been in court to hear this? Like, has anybody actually said this in front of her? I don't remember. A grudge?
Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges.
He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Well, she's right about that. Mr. Fawles is kind of forgetful. Frankly, I think there's something not right with him. Like, mentally. Like, I hesitate to find a way to say this that isn't going to be somehow upsetting to somebody, but it seems like he's not all there. Like, with the way he talks. And the fact that he was relatively easily manipulated by a 14-year-old girl. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he... I don't know how to say what I want to say, other than he's not all there. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that?
Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day...
Okay, I'm pretty sure we haven't mentioned the note and its contents in front of you before. And also, the scarf she ended up wearing wasn't white.
Then he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. Shut up. Keep sipping on your double-double. This is bad. Mr. Fawles' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? No, we gotta add it to the testimony so we can call her out about the scarf thing. Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony. The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point. No, that's not why I... Enough. Witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge.
Guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Excuse me? This isn't white. I feel like I could have presented the note either. Like the note too. Because, like, it's only the note that specifically mentions the scarf being white. How would she know that? Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification. Ah, you're talking about this scarf right here, eh?
Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing.
Got her now, just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. White? This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me.
Oh,
Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for white. Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is because she was in on it. Valerie probably called her because she made a note, talked to Dahlia, so she probably mentioned it. Witness, have you ever seen this note?
no, no, never.
It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have. And that's the point.
Blip.
I wonder about that.
What do you mean?
This note shows Mr. Fawles' instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification. White scarf? Ah! Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster.
No!
Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Fawles is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person. Did you say one more person? That's right, a person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yep. The third person that knew the contents of the note was... the ad break! Dun dun dun! We'll be right back. Ooh... We're back! I'd say I'm sorry for the rather convenient or inconvenient timing of that, but I am not sorry at all. I thought it was great. Anyway, the third person that knew the contents of that note was the, in fact, not dead Dahlia Hawthorne. Valerie's younger sister, victim of the kidnap murder, fell from the bridge, no body was found. But I remember, they said earlier, I think it was like Gumshoe who might have said it actually, bodies wash up in a river all the time, so why not hers? And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Based on our prior experiences that take place after this, we know she's not dead. Dahlia Hawthorne. I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There's her name, right there. What's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne? Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean? Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Tarry Fawles. Blip. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off the Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. Objection! She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. Objection! But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster. I believe that's the same age you are. Even you couldn't. Miss Faye, you're not saying. Flip. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? What? Huh, nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. I can expose her true nature. I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness, just who are you anyway? I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness.
Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't. You don't mean. Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. I don't know, you got Winston Payne in there. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all our witnesses. What did he say? Looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. And let her commit fucking contempt and perjury and just lie right in court.
No way. But then why?
He hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But, I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see. Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. A crime that happens to involve her sister and the guy that they plotted to steal a $2 million diamond with. Uh-huh. Sure. Sure.
Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder.
Objection!
Really, Miss Fay, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost.
How dare you?
Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. Miss Fay must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her.
What? I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Fay, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister?
Well, you see, thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me.
Ha! I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim.
Ah, that wasn't me. It was this guy. This crazy coffee addict.
Objection!
I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man.
Old man? He's not that much older than you.
You're 20.
He's not that much older. Shut up.
Huh. What makes you think they're empty, boy?
Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets.
You think you're in a tough spot, huh?
Of course. Aren't I?
No. You just arrived at the moment of truth. That's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you.
Up to me?
Ugh. The rashness of youth. How charming. You're younger than me. Shut up.
This coming from someone younger than me.
Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Fay, what motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne?
What motive would she have? I feel like it's too soon to start throwing the diamond thing at it. Let me look at the note again. I feel like there's something in there that I haven't really pressed on yet. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out.
Well, we know Dahlia's not much for leaving loose ends, leaving things open-ended. Dahlia wouldn't want the whole truth to come out if she did jump in the river and get away with the diamond on her own. She wouldn't want the whole plan to be revealed in the first place. I feel like that's it. Like, Valerie called her and talked to her and was like, we have to tell the truth, and Dahlia's like, nuh-uh. I feel like I'm on the right track with that.
The story starts after Terry Fawles escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth.
The whole truth?
There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently.
Objection!
A terrific story, Miss Fay. A terrific story, Miss Fay, if you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Fay. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence?
Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne, and Terry Fawles. There's only one important secret that connects them all.
Oh yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony.
What testimony?
Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things.
such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Ugh. Very well, I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Oh my fucking god.
Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge.
Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. This will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. Womanly wiles. 5 years ago.
5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Fawles. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Fawles in the arm. That's when Mr. Fawles tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
Kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. Yeah, with her sister's help and a $2 million diamond. Let's see. I love how they're still two separate things in the court record. Let me look. Map located above the river. Alright. And we're to believe that after all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye. Yes, Your Honor. As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. Ha! We're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. You still got that info. That ace up our sleeve. What info? The diamond, you numpty! Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. Yeah, that too. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Carrie Fawles told us that in the lobby.
Do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
Judge, this is a court of law. There is no being gentle. Not with that attitude. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia, and Valerie too.
Yes, that's it. Fake kidnapping is your best shop, Mia. That's her secret. 5 years ago. Kidnapped. Raw diamond. Shot him. Shoving me off the bridge from behind. Let me pull up the map again. Because, like, in the video, like, the little clip thing that we keep getting shown, it looks like she goes off the side into the river. But if he pushes her from behind, like, which way does she go? Like, if he pushes her, you know, to the left toward her sister, that doesn't really do anything. He pushes her back this way, she falls onto the bedrock and dies. At least I think that's bedrock. I assume it's bedrock. Anyway. I mean, I've got a full health bar. I could just go for it and see if this gets me anywhere. And if it doesn't, I can go back and, like, press for more information. No, let's press first. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment.
Well, when Mr. Fawles was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned to try to run away, but Mr. Fawles turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin.
Bloodthirsty grin? Whoa.
And in the next instant,
Yeah, see, she goes off the side. I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift.
I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I'd been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. And just one little shove from behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river.
I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. Something's not adding up, and I feel like if I show the map, something's gonna happen. She said she turned to run away. Did she turn around toward the gap? That's what it sounds like. Fuck it, we ball. You say that Mr. Fawles pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Fawles.
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible.
Impossible?
I ask that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you have claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. Okay, it was bedrock. Also, we gotta stretch so we get that in real quick. Oh. And dehydrate. Ugh. We got the stretch and the hydrate and the raid. Hello, Mez. Hello, Raiders. How we all doing tonight? Welcome to the cafe, the courthouse, the combination courthouse cafe. The combination KFC Taco Bell ain't got nothing on me. Yeeting isn't available, stretch is the next thing. Yes, I turned that off. Because I still have something to fix with it. How you doing tonight, Mez? What were y'all up to? And frankly, I'm not inclined to fix it because I feel like in serious moments like this entire case, it would really break up the tension, and not in a good way. So, frankly, I'm probably just gonna keep it off for Ace Attorney streams. Because I don't want to undercut the seriousness of it by getting thrown around like a freaking ragdoll. Lucy was playing more RE9, and I don't know if I'll be able to sleep tonight because of a boss. Oh no! I mean, I hope she's enjoying herself, but I'm sorry that you might not sleep because of a boss. Does that mean it's good? Yes, the residents, they're evil. I don't know, I've watched Mr. Barista play a little bit of it. He got it for the Switch 2 over the weekend. So I've watched a little bit of him playing through it. Give a hint. Giant enemy spider! Say no more. Is arachnophobic. That's fair. Yep, you know what? Say no more. Point taken. Point understood. Reminds me of the summers I stay up late with all the jump scares. Yeah. My bestie hates spiders. A lot of people do. Which is understandable. I find it entertaining that Mr. Barista gets jump scared way more easily than I do, by the seams of it. I don't know if it's just amplified for him because he's the one playing it, but like, I'm sitting there watching him, then, you know, enemy jumps out of the wall or jumps down from the ceiling, and he's like, whoa! And I'm just like, yep, there it is. I guess for if/when I get there, I know it's there now. I mean, that's good, but I could also see that would lead to some hesitation to actually get to that point. But I'm looking for mods to replace it. Very fair. I'd be surprised if there isn't like an arachnophobia mode already on the way. Like, I'm vaguely surprised that an arachnophobia mode isn't a more common thing for a lot of things. But at the same time, it's such a relatively common fear that a lot of people have that, you know, it makes sense that games and companies and stuff really play to that fear. Instant fear? Just add spiders. Electric Huntress says, I love snakes and spiders. That's why I joke if anybody needs help at that point in a story, just give me a call. Well, there you go. Well, hopefully somebody comes up with something like that for you, Mez. Well, just in general. I like spiders, too. I think they're cute. The two statements can be true, I think. Snakes. I meant snakes. Okay, fair. Snakes are cute. Snakes always make me think of this one time when I was at summer camp and this girl tried to prank me by putting a fake snake on my bag. The problem was she had already done it to another girl in our cabin, and she had told me about it, so I was prepared. So the next morning when I woke up and her fake snake was on my bag, I just picked it up, walked over to her, and I was like, I believe this is yours? And she looked so fucking mad. Because I didn't, like, freak out or get scared by it. Like, no, bitch, I already got told. We're teenage girls. You really think this kind of petty shit's gonna get to me? Mez says everything about spiders is scary. That one month where everyone was obsessed with that tiny cute spider on YouTube was the worst. Very understandable. I thought it was uncanny. Don't announce your plan next time. That's the thing, she didn't announce her plan. She just did it to a different girl in the cabin that I was, you know, closer with than I was with her. I'd like to think I get along with people pretty well. And from my recollection, the girl that she had done it to wasn't exactly the most popular girl. And it's not like anybody actively shunned her or anything, but she just wasn't very talkative, kept to herself a lot. But I chatted with her some, and she told me that it happened. But fool someone else once. That's more like how it goes. Fool someone else and she tells me about it. Shame on you. Try to do it to me, I'm gonna fucking just not even have a fucking thing about it. But yeah. So, Mez, if you gotta go do some post-stream aftercare, take care of yourself, try and calm back down, by all means, feel free to do so. For anybody who's going to be sticking around, we are in the middle of Case 4 of the third Ace Attorney game. And we're really getting into some big spoilery kind of stuff for other things. So if you don't want to be spoiled because you plan on playing the game yourself, or getting into it some other way in the future, I highly advise not sticking around. If you already know what's going to happen, or you don't mind spoilers, feel free to stick around. But this is your big warning. Spoilers ahead. Like, I'm pretty sure the minute I get off this screen, it's gonna be spoilers anyway. Electric Hunter says, popular girls getting pranked is funnier because no one expects it. Quiet ones you never want to mess with. I mean, apparently she did. Like I said, the one girl that she did it to first was a relatively quieter one. And then I don't even know what I did, but she must have thought it would have been funny to do it to me. Like, no. Like, it wasn't even remotely realistic. And the lights were on, so it's not like, oh, dark, freaky shape. No. Obvious fake-ass snake. And I already knew. So, there's that. But yeah. Now, before we actually get going, there is one more thing I wanted to check in the court record. Yeah, it would have been... She went off the side of the bridge absolutely on purpose. Because, like, look how high these wires are. Like, look how high the sides are. She would have had to, like, fucking yeet herself over. Like, there's no way she accidentally gets flipped over the side of a fucking bridge that's higher than the top of her frickin' head. I've been like, ooh, snake, thanks, I'll take that. No. Now, to me, it was way funnier to just casually walk back over and hand it to her like nothing was wrong. And it was. Just the look of disgust and dissatisfaction on her face, it still fuels me. A little bit. Not a lot. But enough to say, ha. And we're also going for an ad break soon, so there's that. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Ah! Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. Small change in the water level wouldn't have made much of a difference. Ugh. You're right. If the events occurred just as the witness has testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this?
You see,
Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Fawles panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. Nuh-uh, I already looked at that. That's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct?
now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires.
You can't be serious. Order! Order in the court! Everybody place your orders. We're on an ad break. We'll be right back. Freaking skirt caught on the side wires. My behind! We're back! Or at least we should be. Order in the court!
It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Objection!
Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault.
What?
I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Fawles panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say, that's impossible.
Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it?
Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Oh, we gotta probably show the photo, like I'm saying. Unchanged for 5 years. Yeah. Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there.
No! But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. Nuh-uh.
So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Fawles had been shot in the right arm.
Ah!
And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Fawles throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible.
Order, order! What is the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into Eagle River intentionally.
What? What is this? Where did the tiger sound effect come from? Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun in handcuffs. She could have saved me.
Yeah, but that's not what you wanted, you selfish brat.
Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide.
Objection!
Perhaps. But still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river.
Objection!
Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river?
The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of Eagle River. For the diamond, for the money. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond.
Ah! No, it can't be.
Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Fawles to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack.
Why, that's simply ridiculous. Order, order, order! Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. So? Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan?
This woman is a demon. There was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well?
Objection!
Well, she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping?
Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Fawles, Valerie called her sister Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth as she wrote in her note.
That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill two birds with one stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Who is that laughing at a time like this?
Forgive me. It's just hilarious.
Witness, is that you?
You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. You could certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally. You have the evidence to back it up, don't you?
Evidence?
Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Fawles and my sister.
Well,
And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fey, I don't know.
What a joke. You, Miss Fey! Are you stupid or something? Wow! Ugh. How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I mean, you have another witness. Another participant, rather. I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are.
Is this it? Is it really over? This girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it. Huh. Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that?
Mr. Armando?
Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony.
Testimony?
On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fawles' stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right?
Yes, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do.
Who's the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes?
It's obviously Terry.
Terry, get up there, buddy.
Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness?
Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Fawles.
The defendant?
There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Fawles.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Fawles. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said to this point, yes?
I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me.
Mr. Fawles, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million.
That's not true.
Mr. Fawles, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other.
Terry.
Dahlia, it's true. You are alive.
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth, the real truth. I believed in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia.
I will allow Mr. Fawles to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Fawles, yours will be the final testimony of this trial. Witness! I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Water, please, water. Can't talk, need water.
Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. Who Terry Fawles saw.
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me.
Hang on. Real quick. Buddy. Why are you still lying? Ah! Hi, BMO. Sorry that isn't what you ordered. I'll fix that right up for you. Yeah, no. She's on this side of the bridge. That's like the cliffside where the car was. So she was there first. Buddy, why are you still lying to me? Why are you still covering for her? That's a really cute emote. I like that.
We talked, then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
Buddy. Mr. Fawles, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you? That's enough, Miss Fay. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Fawles? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. 4 p.m. I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. No! I could probably put it on, like, any of them, but no. Terry! She was there first! So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? Not what the picture tells us. So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Fawles. I'm sure that you're lying.
Huh?
Oh, I would love to hear what your rationale is on this, Miss Fay. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Fawles, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Fawles?
please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place.
Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge?
Yeah, it's an old temple, about 15 minutes from the bridge. "5 years ago,
Jesus.
me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
A memento?
5 years ago, I hid it under base of tree there.
Oh no.
It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get.
This little bottle on a necklace is your memento? Oh no. Quite charming, but it looks empty. Oh no. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock, but he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it. I've still got a chance. Mr. Fawles, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Fawles? Oh.
That's enough. Please.
Witness!
I promised her 5 years ago. If it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then
Oh no.
we're supposed to drink bottle. Ugh.
No, stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess.
I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No, we're so close, just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence.
No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Fawles!
Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee.
Mr. Fawles! Oh. Oh no. And so my first trial ended, suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul I thought it would never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, a true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne. She left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Thank you, desk. I will hydrate real quick. Unforgivable. That witch. Mr. Armando. We were so close to the truth, it was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Fawles killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're gonna make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Mia. Don't you get it? Can't cry yet. Oh! The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Mr. Armando! No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them.
I still want to know why you're in the hospital, Phoenix. 1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Poor Feeny. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Episode 4, Turnabout Beginnings. The end. A brand new episode has been added. Episode 5, Bridge to the Turnabout. Well, it just saved it, but we're gonna save it anyway. And we're gonna get started on that next time. Yeah, that was, yeah. Bit intense there, I think. Well, that's not how I expected that to go. Yeah. I mean, it does keep the continuity of Miles never losing a case. By a technicality. Yeah, it does. Can't really win or lose if nobody wins or loses because the fucking guy on trial kills himself. I hate Dahlia. You and a majority of the fandom. So I think on that note, let's turn to some lighter skies. Let's go for some more chill hangout kind of vibes. Let's go hang out with Jay for a bit. Right now, Jay's doing some art, and I think we could all use a nice little refreshing, relatively calmer kind of thing. From now on, I'm gonna say Dahlia did it, like how Jordan blames Pearl. I mean, she got the guilty verdict in the last one, so the assumption is that she's dead now, that she probably got the death sentence also? Like, hopefully? I guess we'll have to see. I mean, hopefully she doesn't come back up again. We'll have to see how things start to play out in the next case. Barista. Yes, Nova. What? Let me pull up the raid message while we're waiting for that. Did you not see the end with what Phoenix said? I did. Maybe I'm being intentionally vague. Pretty sure that witch ain't dead yet. Okay, well, I guess we'll find out.
I mean, it took Terry Fawles 5 years where he was sitting on death row. Who knows how long she'll be sitting on death row. Until then, we'll figure out what happens next time. You all have a good night. Drink some water. Eat good food. Take your meds. Get plenty of rest. Hang out.